Aloha, Kamaka Brown here with the Sandwich Island Social Network. We're here at NAMM 2026 with a great friend of mine that lives up in Northern California, Steven Espinola. What's up, brother?
How's it going? Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. You brought up Aliamanu, just up the block from Aloha, the swap meet.
Yeah. I used to go swap meet pretty much, daily or when it was open.
Yeah.
And then my grandpa used to work there, so I used to get it for free all the time. So don't tell anybody.
Okay.
I grew up in Hawaii till I was till my late teens, and then I moved to the Bay Area because my mom was moving there. I could have stayed back home to stay, with my grandma and my grandpa. But like something in me just wanted to see what else was out there, and California sounded mysterious, and I came here, never looked back.
Musically, how did that happen with the ukulele, with the instruments? That's something you just picked up intuitively, or you had some mentors along the way?
Yeah, it's a great question. I in Aliamanu, where I was raised, I was surrounded by a lot of great influences. My grandmother was my primary influence.
Oh.
She had a beautiful Kamaka ukulele, which I have today. And it was just something that she would just stick in the corner of the house. And every household in Hawaii has a ukulele. It's just we have a landline telephone, TV, and a ukulele.
Ukulele.
Icebox.
Yeah. Icebox.
So and a rice cooker.
Rice cooker, gotta get
But
it.
it was just something that was there, and she would just let me play along with it. She was very musical. She sang, played ukulele. She had a group with her two sisters called the Debbie Bar Sisters, which were kind of like the Andrew sisters. So that was just always around the house. I just thought everybody's house was like that,
Wow.
with just a beautiful singing tutu, playing ukulele. I had two uncles. One of them, Larry Debbie Bar, which is my grandmother's brother. He was the house guitarist for Jermaine's Luau
Oh.
for 30-something years,
Okay.
35 years till
Yeah.
he retired.
Yeah.
And then my other uncle, my uncle Nando Swan, was Otasan's right-hand man for about the same amount of time, 35 years.
Wow.
So he was the only guitarist that Otasan traveled with, which is Otasan, for those of you who don't know, is Herb Ota Jr.'s dad. And so very, very, influential ukulele player in Otasan. And also my uncle Nando was one of the only students that was taught by West Montgomery.
Wow.
And so, had I known all this when I was a tantaran keiki running around, I would have paid attention more, back in Hawaii. But I wasn't. I was like a typical Kolohe kid just running around the house. Didn't know other stuff until I got, when I moved to California, I started to reconnect with my roots and wanted to get back to the music that I heard.
When did you discover falsetto?
That's a good question too. So falsetto is one of those things that it just came just from almost by accident. I was playing in a band that was in the Bay Area that would play for various halau at the Iaoe Kala hula competition. So I was playing in the band at the time, playing bass, and we had a lead singer, and we were doing like Hui Ohana covers, all the classics.
Right.
And then our singer had left the band, and then we all kind of looked around and we were like, okay, who else can sing in this group? And I was like, I don't know. I like Hui Ohana, so let me try.
Chance them.
But just I didn't even know I could sing, and so but I knew how to emulate. So what I did was, in the beginning, I used to emulate the great Dennis Pavel, and just because that's what I heard. I was used to hearing that growing up. So I used to emulate him, and then is all the great singers and players. And then I found out maybe I can sing falsetto. No real training or anything. I just kind of made any kind.
Well,
And then those early tapes. Thank God you can't find them on YouTube because you wouldn't want to hear those. But
Okay, note to Kamaka: search for the early tapes
yeah,
of Steven Espinola. Your ability to create your own mele, not just singing covers, but your own mele. You remember the first song that you wrote, and you went, "Hey, I can do this."
yeah, it's songwriting it's one of those it's one of those special things that where you could just the ability to just kind of make a new thing that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
It's just to this day it just kind of is it's mind boggling to me that that can happen. And I found that so the first song that I wrote for Hawaii music was for my wife. We started dating. A song called Hokulani that ended up being on my first album. I co-wrote that with Kumuhula in the Bay Area, Shauna Alapai, um, and so I actually wrote it out, but I wasn't Pa'aolala Hawai'i at the time, and so I kind of wrote it out to what I wanted to say, and then she helped me sort of clean it up with a red pen. And then since then I've gotten a little bit ma'a with the hapu mele process, and I found I work really well with other songwriters, and two in particular, someone you know very well, Puni.
Yes.
We've written a few songs together, and we're working on actually one right now
Beautiful.
that we're gonna debut for my sister at George Opera.
Oh.
But and the other songwriter I like to work with a lot is Keola Donahue, who's a professor of music studies at UH Maui. So I found that I work really well with both of them for some reason or another. We just put out songs that are really personal and resonate. They seem to resonate with people. So I kind of stuck with those two.
So, bro, you on what we call on triple threat, bro. On triple threat with the instruments, with your voice and your songwriting capabilities. When you not only just by yourself, but you collaborate with others as well. That's one. That's one. 1, 2, 3 punch, bro. And
I appreciate that.
such a blessing that you're able to share that with so many folks that enjoy your music, and you've taken it pretty much nationwide. And every now and then, I see you pop up someplace back east or down in the south, right? Um, and along with that, you do workshops and you do teaching folks in terms of maybe take their ukulele skills to the next level.
Yeah.
How was that? How has that been for you in terms of?
So I've found like I've been teaching a long time, but in recent years I've been doing more and more ukulele festivals. This year and last year are the most I've ever done. I think last year I did 5 ukulele festivals. This year I'm scheduled to do 6, and they're just like scattered throughout the more popular ukulele festivals around the country. And if I'm at a ukulele festival, I know that I'm going to be the Hawaiian contingent at the festival. So I know what my kuleana is there. So I kind of stick with that. I try to give the students at like in Pennsylvania what a little dose of what like a hour to hour and a half dose of what I grew up learning, surrounded by my uncles and my aunties and my grandmother. So I want to bring that style of teaching to wherever I am, and I found in recent years I get a real adrenaline rush and a joy, fulfillment, like you were mentioning earlier, from teaching more than I do from performing on stage. It's a different kind of thing because I see, when I share this thing that they never even knew of, and
Yeah.
and they're like, wow, we didn't know the history of the ukulele in that way or connection to Hawaiian music, and I show them some traditional Hawaiian drums, and then I see that light that we were talking
Yeah.
about, the sparkle in their eye, and to me, I get so much joy from that, and more than performing on stage. I still get a joy from performing on stage, but it's different, I'd almost rather be teaching all the time.
And you know what? We were talking with Abel Grimace Jr. recently.
Yeah.
He was also saying he's loving it, passing it on to the next generation.
Yeah.
Because we always, we're not going to be here for very much longer in terms of the stream of time.
Yeah.
And what we leave behind, the proverbial footprints in the sand. Yeah. In terms of teaching, the next generation. Good stuff, man. I love it how you just said, bro. When you go to these ukulele festivals, I mean, there's people playing ukulele, 5'2", eyes are blue,
Right.
Dun, 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 and the
Zero Hawaiian artists.
Tin Pan Alley stuff, which is fine, right?
Yeah.
Woogie, or okay, we're gonna do Clearance Clearwater down. Have you ever seen the rain? Okay, Wonder Beatles or whatever.
Yeah.
And here you come, right? Representing the culture, the music, the history. All of that comes flowing with you, Tutu and Auntie and uncles, and all there, and you representing.
Yeah, and it is a huge kuleana because I'm almost representing a nation.
Yes,
it's the Hawaiian nation that I grew up.
Oh, yeah.
Just surrounded by it.
Wow, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
but I accept that kuleana, and I embrace it, and I'm not afraid. Because some people will just kind of almost freak out and they just kind of run the other way. But I embrace that kuleana, and I think the more people who know about the history of ukulele as it pertains to Hawaiian music and through Hawaii as opposed to this other thing, 1920s, all that stuff. I think it's important for those people to know that history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I know you talked about
that was deep.
a bunch. Yes, it was beautiful. No, man, that was very deep. But and I wanted to, and I know you've heard this maybe before, but the appreciation that we have, as the kupuna, as the older generation, the baby boomer generations, we're passing on, man. And so the fact that you have taken that on and find deep inside your pu'uwai accepting that kuleana is huge, and mahalo for that, brother. Mahalo for that. I appreciate that very much. You have a new release, I am told, coming up. Is that a surprise or what's
Not really, it's a song that who I mentioned earlier, Keola Danhiri and I wrote called Ku'ipo Hololio. And
Ku'ipo Hololio
yeah.
means what?
And it's the it's my dear well, I'm trying to explain the kauna of it. But I don't want to explain the kauna of it.
Okay. Would you? But is it something that the listener would feel through when they listen?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is one of those songs, just like any other Hawaiian song, where you
Is it kolohe?
Very kolohe.
Okay. Well, I love it because smoking time. We go to the luau, and then you start singing whatever, and I ask, "Mama, what that mean? Kuli, that's not for you. Kuli, because everybody's laughing, everybody's saying, oh, they're having a good time, right?
Yeah.
And then I ask, what does that mean? And then they're like, Kuli, be quiet, that's not for you. They're saying like that, be quiet, like that. So it's again the tradition continues in terms of kona, and I love it, brother. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's why I like to gravitate towards Keola and Puni, because they embrace that as well. They embrace the tradition of kona, and whether people should know certain things and not know certain things.
I love it. I love it.
But this song Ku'ipo Hololio, it was actually picked up by this past year by Hawaiian KINE, which is a huge deal. Because I had been trying to get on Hawaiian 105 for years, and it's always been a difficult thing living on living where we are in California. it's always hard coming in from the outside,
Oh
even
my God!
though
Even,
that's
absolutely.
my home.
We've had those conversations with
Yeah,
Patrick Lendeza. We've had
yeah, yeah, yeah,
conversations, same thing. Daniel Hall, entertainers over here, and good, bad, or indifferent.
yeah.
It's like once you and jump out of the lane. It's like you on the lane and you have a car behind you, yeah, yeah. And they come out on this side lane, they might come in front of you and you go, bruh, you was behind me over there. You're not gonna come back in my lane. So they look in the rear vision and speed up because even
Yeah,
though they
yeah.
was going slow. I'm not saying that. I'm broad stroking. I'm sure others enjoy music from the continent in Hawaii, but that's generally been spoken. It's a hard time to get airplay,
It is hard.
right?
For one reason or another. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's a but I just happened to the song resonated with the program director at the time, and then I just happened to hit him at just the right time. It was a timing thing, and he added it to the playlist, and it
Sweet.
just stuck.
Sweet.
And then it got heavy rotation, and I was like, wow, this is like it's never happened before. I mean, it's happened on other formats and streaming platforms and
Right.
on the outer islands, but never on KINE. And I was so grateful, and
Nice. Nice.
just that I was accepted finally.
You like me. You really like me. Well, congratulations on that, brother.
Mahalo nui, yeah.
That's wonderful to hear, and so nice that you carved out a little bit of time for us here at NAMM today to kind of talk story. And what sticks with me is the acceptance of the Kuleana to pay it forward to the next generation.
Yeah.
And just a big mahalo for that and blessings as you move forward.
Yeah. I've embraced my Anakala status,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with it now. I'm okay with these gray hairs.
Yeah. Well, somebody, Brother Mark Chun gave
Yeah.
me one long sleeve T-shirt at the last Heritage of Aloha. It said "Kupuna" on the front, right? And I went, I will wear this proudly. He goes, yeah. I go, yeah. I said, embrace your Kupuna hood. I said, Kupunas are okay.
Oh, where do I get one of those
I
coupons?
know, right?
I'll wear that.
Mahalo again, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening in. Sandwich Island Social Network loves to produce and make possible to hear thoughts from the heart from many of the folks in the entertainment business and communications, and our brother Steve Espinola. Mahalo. We say a hoo-hoo. Until next time, Sparky laters.